ABC Kinderteach presents Negative Cat, written by Sophie Blackall. I wonder why they call him Negative Cat. That usually means he's not very good, or not doing what he should do, or maybe he just doesn't do anything. On day 427 of asking for a cat. So he's been asking for a cat for more than a whole year, and his parents have not given him one yet. Will he get one in this story? I think so, because they call the story Negative Cat, so it must be about a cat. Cat. He's sitting in a grocery cart asking for a cat. Cat. His mom's reading a story about a cat. Cat. He makes a snow cat. Meow. He pretends to be a cat when he's in the bathtub. He's drawing pictures of cats. His sister says, milk. Cat. My parents finally give in. Wow, they're going to give him a cat. Please. Okay. They don't look happy about getting a cat. They're just probably tired of him asking. You have to feed it and clean out the litter. Also keep your room tidy and write to your grandma and read for 20 minutes every day. It better not have fleas. That's what the sister says. She's kind of crabby to him. Ugh, I'm not so great at reading. Words only make sense when I read them out loud slowly. And the kids at school stare and laugh at me, but I agree to the rules before my parents change their minds. So they're saying, if we let you get a cat, you have to keep your room clean, you have to write to your grandmother, and you have to read, and you have to take care of the cat. Whew, that's a lot of things he has to do. I'm getting a cat. I'm getting a cat. I'm getting a cat. He's very excited. There are 1,000,000 cats at the rescue shelter, a place where they take cats where people can't take care of them. And I want to take them all home, but Mom says, I bet this is right, only one. Then I find him. The name on the cage is Pookie, but that is no name for this cat. This cat is Maximilian Augustus Xavier, and we will call him Max. So there's Pookie, there's Mungie, there's Pocket, there's Lieutenant Gibson, there's Archie, Custard, Regina, Dewey, Margaret, Tin, Handsome Princess, Charlie, Bear, Lefty, Crackers, Winky. That one is winking. When we get home, I am excited to show Max's bed and his scratching post, and his litter tray right there, and his scent of the sea frisky bits. He is not excited. So he's not happy to see the litter box or the little bed or the scratching post or even the treats. The next day I surprise Max with a toy mouse. He is not surprised. Doesn't look very happy. I tickle him with a feather. He is not ticklish. He does not look very happy. I tell him all my best jokes. He doesn't even smile. Wow, he is kind of a negative cat. At school, my friends go on about how excellent their cats are. Camilla can wear her cat like a scarf. Look at, there's the cat. Jack's cat can fetch a stick. Emilio's cat has its own Instagram. My cat stares at the wall. He's kind of negative, your cat. That's what the sister says. And so all the other cats do all these wonderful things, but this cat doesn't do much of anything, so he's kind of negative. On the weekend, Dad lets Max have the best parts of the paper. So the cat is laying on the paper so he can't read it. So that does not make the dad happy, I bet. Uncle Dave knits him a sweater. I don't see him wearing it. I wonder if he does it later on in the story. Mom lets him borrow her shoes. The cat has its head in the shoes, so Mom can't get her shoes. She probably wants the shoes, but she's waiting for the cat to be done with them. In return, Max leaves hairballs on the rug. Cats lick themselves. When they lick themselves, they lick their hair, and then they swallow it, then they have to spit it out. His tail in the butter, ooh, that's disgusting, and poop in the vestibule. And the vestibule is a little room that leads to a bigger room. He eats the flowers and deletes my email to Grandma. Uh-oh. I bet that's not going to be good. People are not going to like that. I wonder if the boy still likes him. Everyone is mad at Max. He doesn't even purr. We should have gotten a dog. I'm calling the shelter. So are they going to take Max back? And then they're mad at me. Your room is a mess. He hasn't been reading. Have you even written to Grandma? I still love you, Max. So even though nobody else likes Max, the boy still loves Max. What are they going to do to keep the cat? When the lady from the shelter comes, Max and I hide in my room. The grown-ups talk on and on. Blah, blah, blah. Commitment, staying with something or someone, even if it isn't easy. Blah, blah, blah. Responsibility, blah, blah, blah. Negative. So they're talking about all the bad things about the cat and the boy not being very responsible. I have an idea. It's our only hope. I tidy my room in record time, which means he picks it up. I reach for a book. I take a deep breath. I begin to read slowly. It's called Millions of Cats. Out loud. The only way I know how. Max stares, but he doesn't laugh. I turn the page. What's going to happen next? Max inches closer. He's underneath the bed, basically getting a little bit closer and closer and closer. He tucks his head under my arm. I stay perfectly still and read and read. So Max likes hearing stories. He's not so negative after all. Right to the very end of the book. And so his mom and dad and the person from the shelter see that Max is reading to the cat and thinks, this cat is not such a bad idea after all. I think they're going to let him keep him. The lady from the shelter says Max and I should come and read to all the cats to cheer them up. So we do. Now my whole class comes every Tuesday and we all read out loud, fast or slow, however we like. So they are reading aloud, and so it makes it easier for everybody to read. The cats are happy, the lady at the shelter is happy, and the parents are happy. Look at all the cats. Sort of. Can we please get a cat? 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 So they all want cats, so the parents are thinking, I don't know if we want to get a cat or not. The author's note. When my kids were little, we adopted a cat from an animal shelter. The sign on her cage said her name was Cinnamon, but we called her Claudia after a character in From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler. And because she had claws. Over the years, she grew into what my son described as a negative cat. She ate the flowers, hogged the newspaper, and stared at the wall. She would ask to be stroked, then bite your hand. She would demand to be fed, throw up on the carpet, and then complain that she was hungry. But we loved her.